You start.
I'm Dana Sullivan. I used to work at Costco. I was in the marketing department as the creative director. And when I quit my job at Costco about 8 years ago, I became a writer and illustrator for children's books for kids.
And I'm Vicki Legman. I work with business people and business teams to help them work more productively and more effectively.
And we live in Newcastle, Washington, a suburb of Seattle. And we are involved in a school and orphanage in Kenya named Star of Hope.
We got involved with Star of Hope because of our son Kyle. In 2004, when he was 19, he saved up all his money and spent 6 months in Nakuru, Kenya, volunteering in an orphanage. He became very close friends with the head teacher, Leonard Muyaleli, and Leonard later moved back to his hometown of Bungoma to start his own orphanage.
Kyle stayed in touch with Leonard, and through the internet, we also became friends. And we learned about Star of Hope. At Christmas 2009, we decided we didn't need any more presents, so we gave what we would have spent on each other to the orphanage.
We told a few friends what we were doing, and some joined us, giving the kids their first ever Christmas party, which included shoes. Their first ever.
And then we saw photos of this event, and there was a little girl named Ivy who had quite a horrible bulge on the side of her face, and she had a tumor and she needed surgery.
We couldn't ignore that, so that summer we threw a fundraiser dance for her medical care.
Enough people told us how meaningful this was to them, so that the next year we threw an even bigger party in an amazing house with a killer band, more volunteers, and made more money. That's when we realized we'd better start being official. So we became a 501c3 charity.
So then we were kind of hooked. And how do you stop being involved in these kids' lives? And now we really give good parties. When it started out, Leonard had a rented building. He had about 12 to 16 kids who were in dire need of help. And through the years, he's then moved to property that was owned by his family, and we built 3 banks of classrooms and a boys and girls dorm and a kitchen and a meeting hall and a well, and we actually just bought, actually it was kids in California who paid for it, bought a generator, so they now have some electricity. But the way that it runs is Leonard runs it. It is his dream and his vision that drives this thing, and we in America help fund it.
The clincher was, in 2011, we realized that people were trusting us. We were sending them photos, but we had never been there. So in 2011, Marcia, Vicky, Selah, our son Kyle, and I went to Kenya. It's outside the city, so it's sort of this little haven, a little Eden, very green, and we met those children, and we were hooked.
So of the money you raise, what percentage of it goes back to the school, and what goes?
That's really easy. Go ahead.
100%.
People ask us, why do this for Kenya? Because there's adversity and tremendous need in this country. And it's 2 reasons. And one is that there is no safety net in Kenya. There is nothing to help these children. And the other reason is that now we know their faces and now we know their names, and we can't not help. We just can't.